about it, or quite frankly, it was a matter of being clever.
The whole idea is the challenge with the FX thing, which the CBN governor have said time out, is liquidity. You don't have it. What you don't have, you can't give. You don't have it.
So the next question is, these measures, Muktar, are they going to make that much of a difference? Because the problem is what it is. The Naira is where nobody, well, a lot of people, ordinary people, didn't imagine it could ever go there. It was nudging 2,000 the other time. It was nudging 2,000. Now they say, you know, a lot has happened. It's come down to around yesterday. I think people were buying the Naira for about, the dollar for about 1,500 and some change.
Well, it was 1,600 closed yesterday.
Yes.
At the time they were doing all this, that's why I said you do a system, you hit. You see, when it comes to economists, if you are making a pronouncement, you make sure that you are ready to implement it in speed of light.
Okay.
At the time they made that pronouncement that they were going to give Bureau de Change $20,000 at weekly, they named the number about 1,300 something Bureau de Change. They're going to give about 17-point-something million. They said when they made that announcement, the exchange rate moved from 1.8 to almost 1.4.
But they couldn't follow through.
They didn't follow through.
And
so now you now see the Naira tumbling again. Because like I said it, speculators are part of any market. You cannot eliminate them. They are part of the financial market. If you buy stock today and you say it will go up tomorrow, you're a speculator.
Yes.
Government that is giving treasury bill and telling people I'll pay 20%, it's speculation because you're looking, oh, if we do it like this, we will get more gain if we pay 20%, what we're going to implement. You're speculating.
And this speculation often causes distortions, doesn't it?
Distortion is part of the global market. And how do you address distortion? You as a regulator, you come up with policies that will create stability. Now, let me give you an example of distortion. Distortion in speculators are not interested in the fundamentals of your economy. Speculators are only interested in making the hot money. Now, how do you deal with them? You come up with better plan than them.
When you say making the hot money, do you mean striking while the iron is hot?
Exactly.
They see it, that this is an opportunity.
This is an opportunity.
You are dilly-dallying.
You are dilly-dallying.
You are not able to move.
Looks,
they move.
There's an opportunity for me to make money.
And they do.
They do it. There are people that are called market players, market speculators anywhere in the world. They look for opportunity, they strike. And they make their money and they cash out. They call it, they say, I've cash out.
Yes.
So so what do? They strive by fear and greed. So you create the fear in them, and the greed will come in them. Either they stay there or they want to run away.
Which means you really, really have to be on the ball, and this is the point you were making, that the CBN was not apparently nimble enough.
They were not nimble enough.
And
they allowed the difference to be so wide before they begin to come up with these measures. At a time, it was 500, 700, 800. J.B. Morgan, we made one tactical error when they came in, and I thought he was looking at corporate governance. That was the beginning of the fall of the Naira. How? When they came, they said the CBN released audited report. Before then, when President Tinubu came up with his floating, with his removal, all foreign investors were getting ready to come into Nigeria. Well, immediately you publish the audited report of CBN. And then the J.B. Morgan came out and analyzed on that. Nigeria does not even have 33 billion. By the time you remove all these things, we have 3 billion. That was the beginning of the end of the Naira. Go quote me. That was when the Naira started tumbling. So, the speculators say, oh, wow, they don't even have enough money to even float. Because in floating the Naira, let's get it clear, no economy, no central bank in the world just float, leave their currency for market forces.
Yes.
You cannot do that. Market forces are there to make money. So they will make money out of you. They don't look at the fundamentals. They look at what can I get. So what they do in the developed economies, You know the exact price of your currency. So when it's going above that, you intervene in terms of liquidity. If CBN has the liquidity, when the Naira was moving, remember that they said they even, I'm sure the Ministry of Finance and the CBN must have been working together. Budget. What was the benchmark? Remember that the exchange rate benchmark for the budget was 750. We're already floating. It was 750. Then the legislators, in their own wisdom, said, no, let's move it to 800. So that means the true value of the Naira, via and via legislator, Ministry of Finance, and CBN should be 800. So if it's moving above that, what do? You intervene. You allow market forces to determine, because market forces is demand and supply. So when your Naira begin to suffer a decline, that means demand is high, supply is low. So flood it. Unfortunately, there's no liquidity to flood it. So we were now at the mercies of market forces. And they started striving. Okay. And they were moving.
Now, as you know, every Nigerian knows, he doesn't need to know anything about finance to know that there is no